Hi everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Here we tap into our innermost creative badass and create the life of our dreams, even if on a dime. So this week's project is an interesting one, but first and foremost I want to apologize for kind of being MIA last week because my life has gone crazy. I got another job and now both my jobs want to like overschedule me, and so I've had no days off and I hurt, I'm in pain, and I've been in like a constant state of annoyance trying to figure out how to balance my time. Yeah, it's just stressful. It's like going from 0 to 100. I know that it's just an adjustment period. My new job's awesome, so I know it'll be good. I'm just trying to show myself grace in the meantime, and I hope that you guys can show me some as well. So having said that, I have a really great DIY project for you guys this week. I was actually challenged by someone who I love very much, and she's moving away today, which makes me really sad. Carmelo, get your asshole out of here. No one wants to see that. Oh, you want to film again? Okay. Remember where you gotta look though. You gotta look in the camera. Okay, cool. All right, well, my co-host Carmelo has decided to make an appearance today. So like I was saying, she actually challenged me to make these like DIY boobie planters. And I know that this has been like a trending thing, like private part, like mugs and like planters and stuff. I've seen them on Urban Outfitters and Anthropology. By the way, I feel like a kindergartner a lot in this video because I'm always saying like boobie and private parts. This is an interesting video, but yeah, so I wanted to challenge myself to like make some clay planters, some clay boobie planters, and like clay mugs. I end up using all of them to just be planters. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. It's a beautiful day to be creative and just enjoy the day. So let's jump into it and get started. So I grabbed these two mugs from Dollar Tree, and I grabbed some Polymer Clay from Michael's along with these two pots, and they were like 80 cents each, so super cheap. I actually had to revise my original plan of action because I really want these to look like artisanal, handcrafted, professionally baked boobie mugs, right? And my original plan of action was to just like carve the boobs and stick them on the side of the mug. But I quickly realized that wasn't gonna yield the results that I wanted, and so I decided that I was gonna coat my planters with a thin coat of clay first, and then I was gonna add the boobs. So here I'm just warming up the clay in my hands. Oh shit, didn't mean to hit my camera. Okay, so I pretty much just put a blob of clay on the pot, and I'm gonna like rub it in on the edges until it like completely blends, because I'm gonna top it with a spray paint, and I just want it to look like it's one solid piece. So after I have the planters prepped with the small coat of clay, then I'm gonna start shaping my boobs. I basically rolled 2 even spheres of clay, and I'm basically just gonna like press it down and mold it into whatever shape boob that I'm going for. All right, now I'm just having too much fun with this. I'm trying to shape boobs. Give this perfect teardrop shape. So after I have the boobs pretty much shaped how I want them, then it's time for the areolas. Wow, I hate myself for using that word. I'm cringing. So I have a chapstick lid or a dime. I think I'm just gonna use this chapstick lid to kind of use it as a stencil. So this part's really as easy as it looks. I'm just gonna kind of like cut out these circles and put them on the boob. And then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna round out an even smaller circle, and that is gonna be the nipple. The artist that I was looking at who does this, she like kind of goes in and gives little texture. Just gonna add some little dots, some realism. When I'm done with the boobies, then I'm going to just play around with the placement, and when I have it down in my head where I want them, I don't show it in these clips, but I do on the next two. I'm actually going to score the back and add a couple drops of super glue and then press it to the planter and then start blending out the clay. And this is what it looks like before we cooked it. And I started feeling really impressed with my boobie sculpting skills. So I'm gonna put this one aside and we're gonna hop on to the next one. So everything is going to be like the same steps. It's just a matter of like how I kind of like shape different things. So I'm going to do the same thing with these mugs, and like I mentioned, I actually turn these into planters too because I just don't trust the durability of them. But I'm going to spread out clay all over that mug, and then I'm going to round out 2 equal spheres of clay and start molding it into another pair of, you guessed it, boobs. So here I'm just adding some more texture, you know, like Michelangelo, some realism. And here I'm just scoring my pieces of clay like I was talking about, which is really just grabbing a knife and like doing a bunch of little hashtags. I'm also going to do a couple drops of super glue, but this really just helps it bake to the other piece of clay, and it just helps it with the overall durability, and yeah, just really helps it to stick. Really just, you know, making sure that it's all blended together well. And this is what my 2 pieces look like. Looking freaking awesome. So I want these boobs to be a little more like grandma-ish, oblong, like some saggy boobs. I kind of skip ahead because I'm literally just repeating the same steps, but once the boobs are scored and glued on and blended, then I'm actually going to put them in the oven, and I'm going to start the oven cool, and once I set them in there, then I'm going to set it to 250, and I'm going to bake it for about 20-ish minutes, but keep an eye on it. Alright guys, day 2 of boobie making. This is what they look like cooled overnight. Some cracking happened, some major crackage. You can tell it kind of goes like under, it's like all the places where the clay was attached. So I'm hoping that painting it and sealing it kind of like helps. I know it's like a little weak on where it's thin on the sides too. Some really bad cracking back on this one. So I think I'm just gonna use all of these as planters instead of like mugs because I don't trust the durability of this. But they will look really cute to like put a plant in and like give as a gift. So I'm just gonna paint it today and seal it, and then put some plants in it and see how it turns out. Let's do it. So this was supposed to be terracotta, but they played me because it's obviously not. But I still liked it anyways. It was like a really pretty glazy kind of red color. I also did my little texture trick of adding some baking soda to like a chalk paint, and it turns into a really cool textured paint, so I did a coat of that. And then I wanted to make the third cup just like a little different color, so I just added some like beige to it and did the same kind of textured paint. The final step is just going to be doing a seal on it. I went and bought the dishwasher safe Mod Podge because originally I was going to make mugs out of them, but it'll still do the job, and it just protects it from water and, you know, really just creates a hard coat for the paint. I always compare it to like a top coat of nail polish on your fingernails. So just gonna give this a couple coats of the sealer and leave it outside in the sun to completely dry. Alright, are you guys ready to see the way they turned out? Are you ready? This is how they turned out. I was able to put some little plants and succulents in there. You have to be a little careful because there's no drainage hole at the bottom, but I really like how they turned out. They look very similar to like the Etsy and Urban Outfitter ones. I just think they're such a cute like DIY gift that you can give. So yeah, I really liked it. What do you guys think? If you did like it, please give me a thumbs up, comment below and say hello, and please help out a young new YouTuber and press that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. And thank you guys so much for watching this. I appreciate it, and I will be seeing you guys next week. But like I always say, love hard, be a light, and always have a little faith in your future. See you then. Bye. Somebody's gotta take care of him. I quit school and that's what I did.